I was 9, and I didn't hear about it until I was about 11 or 12. And I was forbidden from reading it because my mother and father were like, oh, it's witchcraft. No, you can't read that. And so didn't get to read it for a while. And then my mom read it. She was like, oh, this is great. And I was like, well, you read it, I can read it. And I think I read the first 4 books in 3 days flat. It's just snowballed from there. I mean, once you find your niche somewhere, you know, if you build on it, you can go to the World Cup. I think the first thing I did was in a basement. Friends bought like 5 wands, which was like $100, which was more money than I'd really ever held at one point. And I was like, this is sweet. And then I was already playing Quidditch, so I took it to the Quidditch team in Tiffany's apartment one night, and everybody's just writing me checks and all this stuff. I'm like, well, this is really good. And I used that to invest it. I invested like $400 into like equipment and stuff. And I was just like, kind of like, you know, I can go to Quidditch tournaments and do this. And so that's what I've been doing. It's business, and it's good lessons to learn. I have a special technique. Normally you take acrylic and you do it on a lathe, and that's the only way you can do acrylic. But I figured out another way to do it. I can do it on the belt sander. Nice. And I do that essentially like a lathe works, except with my own fingers and the belt sander. I've kind of, like, when I do, like, mass sets, like, I have 2 regional championships coming up. You know, I'll use that technique instead of the stuff, but it's still done by hand. So I still, you know, cling to that. Yeah, I recently made a partnership with the Middle East Muggles, which is based in Amman, Jordan. I am the chief editor of correspondence for the IQA. Middle East Muggles, they started last year just doing it for fun, and they got a lot of interest. I got the article in, and I saw that there was an opportunity because nobody jumped into that market yet. And I hit them up. I was like, look, is there anything you need? And they're like, we actually can't get dodgeballs in Jordan. And I was like, really weird, but I can hook you up. They're like, that's great. I was like, I also sell wands and brooms. They're like, you sell brooms? And I was like, yeah. So been working with them on stuff. And so business is good because I can sponsor some teams.
This isn't Hogwarts, this is a concrete box. And the pictures on the wall are never gonna talk. And the teachers don't care, and the kids don't try. And the most magical thing we have is fluorescent lights. And they don't put you in the Hufflepuff if you're not cool. Instead they sort you in the parking lot after school. I think if I looked into the mirror of Erised, I'd be wearing wizard robes with gold and red. I'm not saying I'm not proud to be a nerd, but public school ain't no place for a wizard. Yeah, public school ain't a place for a wizard.